just about ready to get underway. Our next exhibitor is at the gate.
They're trying to prove that they belong here.
They really have their eyes set on that podium, but this pair just hasn't been consistent.
Championship titles are elusive.
This is a difficult field.
It all comes down to this. Here we go.
When years of work come to seconds of action, give yourself every edge. Get rebound technology for faster muscle recovery with ProForce from Nutrena.
If you're looking for a smarter way to ship, look to Unishippers. We've been helping small to medium-sized businesses cut their shipping costs for more than 30 years. You'll get significant savings with UPS and more than 65 LTL freight carriers by leveraging the group buying power of our 90,000 plus customers. Unishippers is a one-stop shop for reliable shipping, significant savings, exceptional personal service, and easy online logistics management. Let Unishippers deliver for you. Call Mark and his team today.
Here at Rod Patrick, we take the fit process very, very seriously because we know the importance in your performance on how you're fit. So come in, let's give you the opportunity, tell me what you're experiencing, tell me what your challenges are, and I know together we're gonna find the right answer and you're gonna be happier than you've ever been with your boots. Come see me, and thank you.
And now, the starting lineups for the Keeping It Real show. From Oak Point, Texas, the Kamikaze Cowboy, the Tokyo Tex, the Sukiyaki Jockey, the MOT, the Man of Trail, Tim Kamara. And from the home of the San Antonio Spurs, the captain of the team, the man with the dream, the man behind the wheel at Keeping It Real, Brad Jewett. Ho, 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 ho.
I guess that's not what Frosty says, but I got my Santa hat on too. I'm Santa tonight. Tim's my little Asian elf.
I'm an elf, right? The green hat thing. And I thought it was the Grinch, man.
No, that's an elf hat. And I love your heart-shaped glasses there, Tim.
I know, I like them too, man. Purple
Where'd you
and
get
everything.
those? Where'd you get those?
Walmart.
Oh, yeah. Have you been? When's the last time you've been to Walmart?
80 minutes ago.
Nice. And you couldn't find the Grinch hat?
Yeah. But I got this at the other store I went to today. TJ Maxx.
That's a good store too, man. Really, really
Well,
good.
I've got like red caps everywhere. I saw this green one and I thought it was the Grinch, but you're right, it's the elf. Loser elf.
Yeah, the Grinch hat looks like a sleeping kind of hat, I think.
Yeah, okay. I'm bad.
Yep.
Well, what'd you do today, Brad Jewett?
I fixed my wife's flat tire.
Yeah, what about that? Yeah.
Finished fixing it. I started fixing it last night before the show. I finished it this morning. And what else did I do? I mean, I went to the barn and worked there. Oh, and then I'm working on a little surprise gift for somebody. That's where I was. I had to go buy this deal that I'm doing, and I had to kind of. Yeah, I can't let the cat out of the bag, but it's a little surprise Christmas gift I'm working on.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's gonna be kind of a cool deal. And then I wrote a few more today because I'm feeling a little bit better, and then I felt like I almost pushed it a little too far and kind of started hacking a little bit and all that. But I'm good. You got to push yourself through this stuff, right?
Yep. Did you know today's, I think, the first day of the NFR where they were down at the stockyards and is that the youth rodeo or the younger rodeo?
I think it's the youth. Yeah, I think it's youth rodeo. Yes, I did know that because that's the anniversary. That's the anniversary of the story that you're going to tell us tonight.
For sure. That
is going to be epic. So we can't wait to absolutely hear this story on Tim's version. We kind of heard it a little bit from a Cannizzaro version, but this is going to be Tim's version. Hey, McDowell, thanks, man. You like the hats? Kelly McDowell liked the hats, man. The man, the myth, the legend. Now, the other side needs to say man of trail.
Man of trail, yeah, right. So anyways, you want to talk about the app real quick?
I do. As you can see, oh man, I think I was going to get it right. As you can see over my left shoulder, Tim's right shoulder. Yes, you got it. That is the Home Shopping Network. I'm just kidding. It's not. It is called the Horse Show Network. Horse Show Network. Many of you have probably seen our commercials that we have for the I want to keep saying Home Shopping Network. For the Horse Show Network. It's got the Keeping It Real involved. It's got Jewett Equine TV, which is all about different videos that we put out, training videos, clinics that Tim and I have done, and then other friends as well that have joined us and are going to be continuing to join us. Anyway, there's multiple platforms on the Horse Show Network, but we are moving to that app. It is an app that Tim, myself, and Kona have all gone in on, thanks to our sponsors that have helped us to be able to do this. But we are going strictly to that app. We will let you know when it's downloadable. We're going to work out a few kinks. There's really no kinks yet, but we're going to test it to make sure everything works through and through before we go there. But that is where all of our shows will be. No more Facebook, no more YouTube, any of that. We're going to go strictly to this app. And, of course, you will be able to go on, click on your notifications. So every time we're live or we post something, it'll come up, and you will be able to watch the show right away. And then also all of our shows will be archived on the app, and you will be able to type in, say you want to go back and watch Kelly McDowell. So you can type in the search bar Kelly McDowell, and you'll be able to find that video right away, right? So lots of cool features. There's going to be some really cool stuff that we are going to be doing along with that app. And as Kona mentioned, those of you who have already subscribed will be credited when we start this new app. You'll be credited for all the hassle that you've had with Patreon when you subscribe. So we will be crediting you back all that you've done with Patreon. So have no fear there for sure. So just stay in tune with that. We'll keep you posted. We'll make sure everybody, we'll keep track on how many downloads it's getting, because we definitely don't want to have a show without people watching. And we'll do it like we do it now, where it's free to watch it live. And then, of course, we'll have our archive, which we've got well over 100 shows archived. That's crazy, Tim, when I think about that, dude. We've been busting our butts.
We've done a lot.
I mean, that's busted.
time.
That's a lot more than, I mean, you look at all the TV shows, the TV series. I mean, they're half-hour shows, and they only have like 15 a year.
How to do, yeah.
I mean, come on. We don't get paid what they get paid, that's for sure.
That's for
But we
sure.
do it because we love what we do. We love our industry that we're in, and anything we can do to help prop that industry to create longevity for our industry, we're all about it. Want to give kudos to a couple of our latest interviewees, Andrea Fapani, Matt Mills, both making the open finals on more than one horse. I know Andrea made it on 3, and I think Matt made it on 2.
And
so,
then did Trish, his wife, do on the non-pro the other day?
Well, she won the go around in the non-pro.
Yeah.
I want to say maybe the non-pro finals.
Right.
Maybe they're tomorrow. Yeah,
Saturday.
maybe they're tomorrow. So anyway, kudos to them. We're very proud to have them on the show for sure, and we'll be rooting them on. So tell us a little bit more about your day, Tim, and we have a special guest that's going to join us real quick.
Yeah. Well, we've had the guest at our house for about 2 or 3 days now, and go ahead. Let's bring Kylene in. I'll pop her in, Kona. So,
There
Kylene,
she is.
hi. So this is Kylene Payne, right?
Yes.
Oh, you got her.
She's a little shy behind the microphone, Tim. Come on, we got to break it up.
No, but listen to this. Like in the morning, a little bit slow like this, but at night she opens up. Like she's pretty rapid fire at night, like pretty witty at night. So
I'm still on Hawaii
I
time.
think she's
That's
a little
why.
shy behind the mic today, but so anyways,
You're like, what, 19 or 20?
20,
20 now.
Yeah, so that's why she comes alive at night.
right? So it's Kylene's birthday today, her 20th birthday, and she's Kona's official assistant. So I just wanted to bring her in, show you guys. I kind of told everyone she was my niece from Hawaii. Came from Hawaii, right?
Yes.
And first
Happy birthday.
time to Texas and Oklahoma. Yes.
Yes.
And then today was your first time to go see a rodeo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get some cool stuff. You've been here, what, 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
You lose track of time when you're in this horse
Yeah.
industry, right?
Yeah.
So she did a lot of filming for me in OKC and for Kona too and stuff like that, doing a fantastic job.
Yep.
And but how do you pick up your bags and say, okay, I'm from in Hawaii and I'm gonna go with Kona to Texas and meet Trailman and Brad Jewett and all this? I mean, just kind of a weird thing to pick up your bags and leave home away and then come over and start working over here, right?
No, not really.
That's good. No, wow.
No.
So, but we loved having you. You've done a great job, and hopefully we get to work together some more. And for sure, happy birthday, okay?
Kona hasn't complained behind your back or anything to me, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Maybe he's complained to your face. I don't know. With
All
that,
the time.
With the face he did.
24/7.
Okay,
That's
wait.
good. Then he's doing his job.
Yeah.
We have a lot at
Yeah.
stake here, man. You see how many people we have watch every night. Our shows are. I mean, they're popping.
I know.
They're popping.
It's good
Can I
though.
tell you
I
my
know.
favorite thing? My favorite thing in Bradford was I think we were in the studio at Oklahoma City, and our big friend Jonathan Mueller comes in, right? And then she started talking French to him, and it like shocked him at first. Yeah.
You speak French?
Oh, just a little
Would you
bit.
say
I'm
hello?
not like professional or anything.
Yeah. But like she just started talking French, and his ears go up like this, like, what? That came out of you? Like, and then it freaked him out. That was pretty funny.
Wow.
Yeah. Like you're supposed to have Japanese or some other language, but not French. And why do you know French? Why do you know French?
Because I was living in Tahiti for competition, so I had to pick up a little bit of French to live and survive.
So tell us about the competitions you do. Have done.
I do a lot of Tahitian competitions, like solo competitions. The one in Tahiti was a group competition that I got invited to, and that's kind of how I met Kona, because he was doing a documentary on all
Is
the
it a
different groups.
singing competition?
No, it's a dancing competition.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
there we go. Because Tahitian competition doesn't explain what you're talking about. so.
Dancing.
There
Lots
we
of
go. She's a
dancing.
dancer.
Yeah. And last night, Tina got to watch a lot of her video footage. It was great, huh?
It's cool
Yeah, super
stuff,
cool.
isn't it? Very cool. I got to see it live last year. I got to see in my own backyard. I got to see a Tahitian dance. It's pretty cool.
Wow. Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, okay, Kylie, I just want to say hello. I want to say happy birthday.
Thank you.
Can't wait till you come back over tonight, and we'll wish you a happy birthday over here. Okay.
Thank you.
Did you bake her a cake, Tim?
I bought her a little bunt cake. Little bunt cake.
All right, a bunt cake. Bunt.
Bunt.
A
Bunt.
bunt cake? What's
All
a
right,
bunt?
Colleen, happy birthday. Wish I was there to
Thank
celebrate with you
you.
guys. Doing a great job.
So, one more, Brad. I'm going to just a little sidebar before we go. About Colton LaSousa, okay? This is what I was thinking when I was thinking about Kylene leaving town, leaving Hawaii and coming over here and working for us for a while. And so, how about Colton LaSousa when he was like 15, 16 and leaving you and coming to Texas to work, still not finishing school. And then 2020, he's a world champion. Isn't that like what dreams are made of? Like, how did he know back then that he was so passionate? And
Whoa. Okay, you threw me there. I know he was on our show, but you said he was 16 and
And
came
then he
into
came-
Texas and didn't finish school, but you're saying in 2016, and then he wins the world in 2020.
He was when he was 16 years old. He quit school and comes to work in Texas.
Right.
Okay. Knocks on High Point's door, goes through that thing, right?
Right.
For a year and goes back, and then finishes school. Okay. Sells all the stuff, finishes school, and then realizes one day when he's going to college, I want to ride horses. Right.
Yep.
And then years later, he becomes a world champion.
Okay, because now I'm like, okay, now I'm fine. Because I was like, he did that in 4 years?
No, but you know what I'm saying, though?
You made it sound like, okay, I'm following now. I just had to follow your train of thought there for a second. So I was like, man, he went from 16 years old in 2016 to winning the world in 2020?
No, but you know how everyone has this dream.
Oh,
you know,
man.
and to
He lived it.
complete the dream. Yeah.
Yep.
It was his day. So I
Absolutely.
we talked about that the other night, but we have another story to tell, okay? So I'm going to do my story. Here it goes.
Okay, wait, let's get him some lead-in music, Kona. What kind of music can we
Like the
bring in?
rapid fire
Yeah,
music.
that rapid fire music would probably be really good, actually.
A little creepy music.
So make sure you lay this out. This is the Tim Kimura
So-
yellow Jeep story, okay? So
So
everybody
there's
follow along closely.
Let me just
It
go
is
this way. There's this Jeep story that I drove the Jeep into the water, which I did. I have no problem saying I did. But there's like so many different parts of that story that it's the anniversary, okay? The first night of NFR, which is tomorrow night, is the anniversary of this driving the Jeep in the water and almost dying, okay? I call it almost the death of trail because I thought it was one of my lifelines. I really thought I was in a bad position that night that I might die. And it's kind of weird when you think like that, and I'll tell you about that part of the story. But let's start like this, okay? So Jan and Charles back in Folsom, Louisiana. I used to hang out there just because they were in the central of America, and I didn't go to after them. I went to Texas, but I need a place to stay. So when I'm bouncing around clinic to horseshoe to horseshoe, I didn't have to go all the way back to California. So Jan and Charles were so nice to me. They let me stay at their house. They did a little bit of trail, and then they did a lot more trail. When I went to Canizares the first time, I'm going to tell you, the way they did trail, they put their logs inside the long grass and taught their horses how to pick up their poles like a mystery. I go, how did you do that? Like, Like they would just they were in pleasure, and they were like lope their horses through this long grass, and their 4 logs were out in the grass. I go, are you kidding me? So anyways, so they had this yellow Jeep. It was Jan's Jeep, I think, to start with. And then her daughter, Casey Ann, it became Casey Ann's Jeep. But it was kind of like the car they would let me drive, allow me to drive, okay, once in a while. Not knowing how well I drove, okay? And I've never driven good since day one. I mean, that's one of the Timisms, okay? I don't drive very well. Maybe don't let me drive your rigs, okay? There's a few people that have a little history. Tina doesn't let me drive very often, okay? That's just how we roll. It only took one date, and she figured out she better do the driving, okay? So anyways, they were, let's go back. So I was living with the Canzeros on this, it was first night in FR, so it's Friday night. So it's Friday night in FR. They had this friend, steer wrestler, I forgot his name, but he was really good. He was probably leading the nation in steer wrestling. And so that was a really important event to watch. And they had a lot of roping friends over there in Folsom. And so the roping was big because of Sal and those guys. The steer wrestling was real important to watch. And I think the calf roping too. Anyways, all the roping events was huge. So that's part of the story. So Jan and Charles, that afternoon while I was taking a nap, they went to see the movie Ray. And when I woke up, I said, oh my God, where'd they all go? And they left me a note or text me that they went to the movie. I go, come on, man, you didn't ask me to go. Nope, because I was sleeping. So kind of bored, trying to figure out what to do, kind of hungry. So I took the yellow Jeep and I drove down to this place called the Tap Room. Coney, got the picture of Tap Room? So the Tap Room was a place I've eaten before. Live music, TVs, kind of a sports bar.
So your typical kind of hangout, right?
Right. On the corner of the bar, right? On the corner of the bar where I normally sit. So I can watch TV, I can watch the dance floor, I can have steak and potatoes and vodka tonic all day long. Okay?
Let's go there right now.
I was sitting there in the corner of that bar, right? Band to the back, TV's in front. So I'm sitting there in it's late afternoon, I guess. It was like 5, 6, 7. And so I'm having dinner and drinking a little bit. Then all of a sudden, all the EMTs and this place lights up. And these EMTs come in here. The fire department comes in. The police come in. And when I feel like we're getting raided, I go, what the F is going on? Some lady had passed out in the bathroom. Okay. She had surgery. And she drank a couple margaritas, and her blood level was wrong. And so I think she was like passed out on the floor. And these EMTs all came in as, you're eating at the corner of the bar, and you're watching it go down. And cops come in, the fire guys come in, and I don't remember if they gurneyed her out or if they got her out or something happened. I just remember the cops were there, the firemen were there, the EMTs were there. It was a big deal. So that was kind of action. And then, so I'm watching TV, I'm watching a dance floor. Basketball was on. Okay, it's wintertime. I want to think it was Detroit and Boston because it wasn't the Lakers that night. I think it was Detroit and Boston. So I watched it, whatever. Kind of watching and eating. Music starts. So I text Jan and Charles. And I say, hey, you guys want to stop by, have a drink on your way home before the NFR? And they go, no, we're going to go home. I go, what? So they drove home and just like drove by me and stuff like that. I go, it's okay. I'm trail man. I can hang out by myself. So I kept hanging out and then watching the dancers and watching the game. And then back in Louisiana, the NFR, I think, started at 10 our time, I think. Because it was 8 o'clock in Vegas. I think it was 2 hours different. So it was like 10 to 1 in the morning is how it went down. So anyways, started watching NFR, maybe drank a little bit more. And it was normal. What? I was by myself,
maybe drank a little bit more.
Maybe, yeah. Well, I mean, watching basketball, watching the dancers, right? So anyways, you're right. So then it started raining, okay? I didn't know it started raining, but it started raining. All I remember is I had my boots on because I wanted to dance. I had my black jacket, my black AQHA World Show jacket, because I remember I wore that night. I forgot what shirt I had on. I think I had a red plaid shirt on. I can't remember what cap I was wearing. That was freaking me out. I had a cap on. So anyways, so then I said, I called them. Oh, they don't want to stop. They don't want to have a drink with me, da-da-da-da. Okay, I said, okay, I watched the ropings. I watched this, what did I watch? Oh, team roping was the one before the girls barrel racing, before the bull riding.
And you're still at the bar. You're still at the bar watching this.
Yeah, so it has to be 11:30, 12. It has to be 11:30, 12, because it's 3 hours.
Yeah,
So I called him up. I said, okay, I'm going to come home after and try to catch a bull riding at home. So I get out, I go to the Jeep. It's raining on me. And don't ask me why I'm hungry again, okay? So I'm so hungry. So I said, I'm telling you, this is part of the story. So I said, I'm going to go. See, there's this part of the story you don't even know. This is part of the big story.
Yeah, I know. So, I didn't hear about the preface to the getting in the Jeep.
I'm going to drive to Taco Bell and get 3 tacos to take home to eat.
After a day of steak and potatoes and tonic, vodka tonics.
That's what you go to when you're at college. After the bar, you go to Taco Bell. That's what we did at Cal Poly. Okay. So I get in that Jeep. It's raining. So I drive forward the direction I think Taco Bell is. Okay. You know, I had 2 phones back then. Okay. Because I remember I had the Razor and then I had Nokia, a red Nokia phone. Okay. So I had 2 phones.
Those.
I just remember I had 2. I don't know why I had 2. Because I think one was for people who really want to call me. And then one I would just take all my calls on like that back in the day. No GPS.
You started to be super important.
Yeah. So I had 2 phones back then. I had one in my red one was in my hand, and my other flip phone was in my jacket pocket. So I get in the car, Jeep, and it was a stick, right? It was a stick. I learned how to drive stick. Yeah, I know. See, this is why I'm telling the story tonight, you guys, because you guys all heard parts of the story. So you need to hear one documentation of this whole story. That's why I'm telling it. There's no questions. If something ever happened, this is the lifeline of Trail, okay? This night, Trail could have died, okay? And I'll get to that part. So
I want to know, was I in the black phone yet or the red phone?
I think you're in the red phone. So I get in the Jeep, I start driving, and I'm just kind of going for that direction. And then, excuse me, I kind of follow the street downhill, like goes downhill a little bit. I go, wow, this feels funny. Because I just knew Taco Bell was that direction. And so I get down, and now I don't feel good. So I called Charles. I go, Charles, I'm not sure where I'm at. I'm trying to get home. Now I'm lying. I want to get home. If I blew off Taco Bell now. I'm going, I just want to get home.
I'm sorry. I'm laughing at Tina's comment. Did you see Tina's comment?
Yeah, I know. I can drive stick. Okay. So I drive downhill a little bit, and then I finally find this intersection that had a sign that I could read in the rain. And I mumbled to look, Marie's on here. She knows the Jeep story too. Okay. How funny. All the Louisiana people are on that. So I see the street, and I call Charles. I go, Charles, here's the street I'm at. Just kind of tell me which way I'm going so I know how to get back home. And he says, I never heard of that street. Keep driving. Charles, he's like real positive. Just keep driving and find another sign, and it'll be okay. Okay. And so I keep driving, and then it kind of lights up a little bit. Okay. And I'm still looking for the sign. I'm looking for another road sign. But what happens is I'm going into a cul-de-sac to the boat launch. Okay. And this cul-de-sac is one way. When you go down that hill that I went down, the only way to get out of that trap is to go up the hill again. But obviously I didn't know that because I had Taco Bell on my mind. Okay. And so So I go down this hill, and then I get to the parking lot, which I don't realize it's a parking lot. Raining, asphalt, all this BS, okay? Talking to Charles, saying, I don't know, I'm trying to find a road sign. Boy, where you at? Boy, where you at?
Yeah.
Just find a sign.
I can hear that now.
Yeah. And because I'm like aggravated because I need information, okay?
And he's probably trying to watch the NFR.
Yeah, I know. I think he's like on his little
Dude, come on, just tell me where you're at so I can get you here.
Where are you at? He's probably got, but where you at? You're fine. Tell me. When you find another sign, just tell me. Like that, okay? And so okay, so Kona, show him the evening boat launch, okay? So I'm going to show you what I was driving toward before I hit the water. Here's the picture. So I'm driving on this asphalt. It lights up a little bit, okay? So like this, Pete Canizero tonight took this picture tonight, okay? Because he was fishing down there. No wonder. Nice. Yeah, so he was fishing down there. Miss Jan, she says this is where she loads her kayaks when she goes fishing. I guarantee you that water looks like asphalt. Like if you didn't know where the F you're going,
well, it was pouring down rain, so I could see that.
And so I was just lucky I didn't hit a wheel on that boat launch, right? So I was like going for it, right? I was going for it, and sorry about that. All of a sudden, holy Toledo, it's water. And it was like just like a log ride, okay? Like the log ride. That's all I can remember. Because it's just you hit it, the water splashes, and your nose is in the water, and you're going, what the hell happened? And
I'm sure because you didn't drive stick very much, you didn't know how to like put the clutch in, put the brake on really fast, right?
Yeah, like I think when I hit the water, it died. Okay.
Yep.
And so I call, and I go, I'm in the water. I tell Charles, well, if you're on the water, Charles, get out of the Jeep. If you're in the water, get out of the Jeep and don't get a DUI or something like that.
No, well, Jan just fact check you.
Yeah, well, I was asking for some help, okay.
And then the phone went silent.
So here it goes. So Charles tells me, Larry, well, I thought you just hit a little ditch or something. You hit a little puddle and you got stuck in the mud, you know? No, Charles, I was like in the freaking water, man. Like my hood was in the water, and I it died, and then I tried to start, and you hear row, 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 and it's like the guy on a boat thinking, oh my God, I'm going down with the ship. Do I need to get out now? Or I didn't know what to do. I was freaking out, like, oh my God. So I can hear Charles say, get out of the water, get out of the Jeep so you don't get caught by the cops. So the stupidest thing I did was get out of the Jeep, okay? Because when I opened the door and I stepped out, I was visualizing this water was only going to be like 3 foot, like up to my knees, okay? Mother effer, that sucker like sunk me. Like I got out and I went whoosh, and I dropped my red phone in the water that I was talking to Charles, and my razor was still in my jacket, but I went whoosh. And I go, oh my God. And I get up and I walk up trying to like scramble to get out of the water. I got my boots on. I'm going, and I get out. I go, oh my God, what happened? I lost my phone. Do I go back looking for it? Where's my other phone? So I grab my other phone and it like sizzles right in front of my eyes. Right? I go, oh my God. Now I'm like panicking, like, what do I do? Where do I go? What's next? How do I save the Jeep? Do I go back for the Jeep? I don't know what to do. Okay, like I'm freaking out. Like I just killed the Jeep and it's going to sink like a ship. And I'm going, I remember setting the brake. I do remember setting the brake in the Jeep. But I don't know. A moment where I was just like dumbfounded, like panic is going through my head. I can't think straight. Okay, I'm going to go look for a phone booth. I'm going to call those guys up. I know Charles 630-1957 or something like that, right? I at least knew their phone numbers in my head. And so So find a phone booth. Okay. So I started kind of splish splashing walking. Okay. And I'm walking deeper into the cul-de-sac. Okay. So I'm going like the wrong direction, going into a maze from hell because it just has branches and I dead end, branches and dead end. And then the more I went in, the worse it got. Okay. So don't take this personally, guys, but it's 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. Okay. And you got the wet Asian all soaked and you're kind of in a dark area. Okay. I don't want to say it that way, but I felt like there's a lot of dark people that lived around there. And who wants a dumb little wet Asian knocking on your door looking for some help? I was a myth of what to do. So I was all gonna go for that looking for the phone booth thing. Okay. And so I start walking and I do the cul-de-sacs and I walked about 3 cul-de-sacs and I was wet, cold, and tired. It's raining on me and I'm like pissed. And went, what can I do? Like, so then I got so tired and I don't know, maybe it's an hour and 2 later, I got on this guy's tailgate. I found a truck. I dropped his tailgate down. It was wet, but I sat on that tailgate. Part of the story no one tells because no one was there but me. Okay. One of those, maybe I should pray to God a little bit here. Okay. So I had one of those pray to God moments here going, now God, who's going to take care of the trail if something happens to me here? Like, what the
mind went first.
Yes. Like, what's going to happen to trail? Now, nothing against my friend Don Lehman, but he was the game in town back then. Okay. And I'm going, you mean Don's going to take my job? And what's going to happen if I die now? And I started crying. I actually started crying. I go, oh my God, this is so bad. How can Trailman's life end out, freeze to death in the cold in Louisiana where he doesn't even know where he's at? Like, I'm just like so like lost, you know? So anyways, I sat there for about 30, 40 minutes feeling sorry for myself. So then I said, okay, suck it up. You know, the worst part of walking that night was that water in your boot, the wet socks. I hated that squishy. So I took my socks off. I wrung them out. And I went back to my boots, but they were still like cold and squishy. So it's getting a little bit more toward morning now because it's like dim light. And pretty soon there were some cars kind of driving by, but they were like, I think it was a newspaper guy because it looked like they're going. I was trying to get a stop one time and I chickened out at the very end. So anyways, the story goes on. Okay, let's do their part of the story at this moment. So Charles and Jan, after probably watching the bull riding and wondering wonder when that happened to that trail man. You ought to be calling us pretty soon or something, right? So finally, I think at 3:30, they go starting to look for trail man, right? Nice. Thank you. Appreciate it. So the cops find the Jeep, but they can't find the driver, right? Because the driver had abandoned his vehicle. Okay. So by that time, I didn't even know where the vehicle was. I mean, after the cul-de-sacs, I kind of was lost. So I really didn't know where I was at. So anyways, they called Charles and Jan and say, we found the Jeep, but we can't find your driver. So now the not dummies, I appreciate this. They thought I had drowned it in the river. So then I think they were like trying to figure out how to skim the river, looking for the trail man along some branch or some beach or something like that.
Right.
And I felt so bad for those guys because they were pondering too, how do I call Tim's mom and tell him that we've lost him in the river, right? So, I mean, for them, I felt bad because I felt like I stressed them out too for that. And I appreciate that. You know, it's a long story, but it's a worthy story of what had happened. And everyone doesn't know all the different details. Like, I don't know what happened with Jan and Charles. I know they found the Jeep. I know they towed the Jeep back out. They went and pounded the Jeep, and they were just on call waiting for me to call. So yeah. So it was a crazy moment for them too, you know, from that like 4 to 6 a.m. So anyways, so when it gets a little bit closer to dawn, okay, I finally saw a house that had a big screen TV in it, and it was on. like someone fell asleep on the couch.
Maybe they're playing the Lakers game or something, huh?
Yeah. So I think the news was on because it was bright blue like a newscaster. So I kind of crept that way. I said this is probably my best bet. I'm gonna just maybe try this one. It looks like someone's awake. Maybe someone do it. So I go up to the door, and I was just a little hesitant. Yeah, Leslie, I use some coffee for sure. I was ready to knock, and then I chickened out. I said, no, maybe I should wait about 5 minutes. So they had this one of those swinging little chairs on their porch. Okay, it was like 3 stairs of porch, and so I sat on their swinging chairs, pondering how to be brave enough to ask them for some help.
How creepy is that, dude?
Tell me about it.
What if they would have looked out and saw some dude like swinging on their front porch swing? Like that's creepier than knocking on their door. Come on.
So the alarm system went off, right? Their dogs called me out. So the dog started barking. So I think she was going to let her dog out to go to the bathroom. And then when she opens the door, there I am on her little swing.
Oh my gosh.
And I go, oh, I'm so sorry, ma'am. I drove my Jeep into the river. and
That's
I don't
the
know
first
where I'm
thing that
at.
came out of your mouth.
Yes.
At least you didn't go, I'm the man of trail. I got to save the day.
I go, I just need to borrow your phone, right? And she goes, oh, okay. Let me go get my husband. I'll bring you our portable phone out here. So she went in and she got her portable phone and she hands me the phone. And so I dialed Canzeros and hi. And Charles, hey, dude, where you at? Where you been? How come you haven't called us? And he's like going for it. Like, where you at? Charles, I don't know. I don't know where I'm at. I'm lost.
On the front porch swing.
So I have to hand her the phone and say, can you tell my friend where I'm at? Because I have no idea where I'm at. So the nice lady like takes the phone. Well, he's over here at da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And John go, where have you been all night? Where have you? We've been looking for you. You left the Jeep and we thought you were in the river and just like yelling at me. And I go, I know, yell at me. I get it. And so can someone come pick me up, please? Okay. And we'll be right there. So they hang up. And so here's a little Asian shivering a little bit, trying to suck it up. Thank you so much. I sure appreciate it.
And you never,
she couldn't figure out how to invite me in, right? So
and you never got your Taco Bell.
No.
So you're starving, you're freezing.
Many bad things are happening at the moment
Yeah.
here. Okay. So this is the, good energy, right? Would you like to come into our house? I said, sure. I appreciate it. I'm kind of cold. Then she goes, would you like to take a hot shower? I go, yes, please. I would love to. So she lets me use her shower. I go and take a shower. She loans me some clothes from her husband, who is shorter than me, right? So she gives me.
Why don't we have that picture?
They lent me some clothes, okay? And then I go to their kitchen and she makes me some coffee. And I was trying to tell her the story of how I ran my Jeep into the water. And I was trying to explain to her my night that what happened. And she's going, you went down the cul-de-sac and there's only one way to get out. It's that way. And the more you went deeper toward us, the worse it got. I go, I know. I walked it. So then my friends finally picked me up and take me home with my tail between my legs, right? And then we washed his clothes and then we returned them. So the one more piece of the puzzle.
So did he embellish a little bit that he got there, he knocked on the door and you were sitting on the couch eating something and drinking coffee or whatever and like like you're like big buddies with this family now?
Yeah. Like it's so weird. I would love to go back one day and see if they still live there and like, thank you for saving the world's life, right?
Yeah. Take Tina with you when you go.
So watch this. So then I get back to Canzeros. I'm plumb tired. I'm wore out. So I crash that morning till, I don't know if it was the next day, because we had to go back to the police station to get the yellow Jeep or get access to the Jeep because it's impounded and they need to hear my side of the story, right? So Miss Jan takes me back to the police station, okay? And the guy wants to write me up for abandoning my vehicle or leaving the scene of a accident or something. And so I go to the cops and tell him the story, my version. And he goes, well, how come you left your vehicle? I go, I didn't know where it was after I got lost. He goes, why didn't you knock on someone's door? I said, it was dark area. There's a lot of black people. Sorry about that, but there was a lot of black people in that area. And I was a little nervous about knocking on the door at 2 a.m. So I was just trying to ride it. I was looking for a phone booth, So anyways, I don't get the ticket, right? But he goes, I think I saw you in the bar that night when we were fixing that lady in the bathroom. Like, then he wanted to get me for a DUI. Were you on the corner of the bar at the tap room when we were helping that lady? I said, yeah, but I only had a couple drinks, So anyways, that's the other piece of the story. So moral of the story is, as the bottom line is, I killed a Jeep. Besides Tina's car, I killed a Jeep. So Casey Ann hated me for life after that because I killed her Jeep. Jan and Charles, they let me live another day. They let Trail go on. So you always need to thank those two for saving Trail,
Don't you have some other pictures to put up?
Oh yeah, Conan, put the picture of the daylight of the boat launch. So I did take a picture of the boat launch post Trail Man.
Is that the hat you were wearing?
I don't know what gear that's my NASCAR jacket I got from Las Vegas NASCAR. I bet you it's a 49er hat. But I just remember going back. I sure went down there and looked for my phone. I bet you my phone was down there. But so many bad things could have happened. Imagine if I would have caught a wheel on that track and got on that boat launch, right? But then, like at night, that's not the true Jeep, but it's a Jeep. That's what the Jeep looked like that I killed.
Oh, I was going to say, does that have an impound sticker on it right there?
Yeah, no kidding. And it's because this tomorrow night is always the anniversary, and I want to say it happened 15, 16 years ago. And every time the NFR starts again, it brings me back to that story. And usually once a year, I have to tell that story to somebody. And I just really wanted to tell the Keeping It Real people because it's documented. My version of it is documented. Okay. And I think it's important because there's so much folklore on this. Okay. That Trail could have ended early. Okay. It was before leveling. It was before all this other stuff, before level 1. But wow. Anyways,
never would have got to make Trail great again.
Make Trail great again. For sure. Where's my son? Right here. So we got to live through Make Trail great again. But like I said, Monday I get to go to NFR, and I've really never been to the NFR, so that's a big thing. And every time I live through that first night of the NFR, I feel blessed again. It's like it's a weird thing.
You need to have those reminders for sure.
I don't drive on that night. The Friday night at the NFR, I do not drive on that night. I let everyone else drive. So.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
Big Splash and Big Easy. Love that.
This has been story time with Man of Trail.
But it's one of those. It's my life. It's my lifeline, and it made me make Trail better again after that. Right. I appreciated my job. I did appreciate my job after that.
I'm sure you had a new lease on life, and You probably got more inspired, and I'm sure I can speak on behalf of thousands of people that we're very glad that you survived that night, and we're very thankful for Jan and Charles and the whole Canizaro crew and the lady that saved your life that night so you didn't get frostbite. And so anyway,
that was the funniest feeling when she opened that door, though. Like your dog's barking at me, right?
Oh shoot, I am found out.
Yes.
To be a fly on the wall there. I mean, wouldn't it have been if we would have had iPhones back then?
I know.
Imagine everything you would have been able to get. Somebody probably would have been videoing you going into the boat launch.
You know, one more story on this is like that night. Okay, that night when I was getting really cold, I was pondering breaking into someone's car. I remember that. I was going to break someone's window and jump in someone's car. And I just couldn't do it.
Oh my gosh. That would have added insult to injury.
Yeah, like I just couldn't do it though. I said, you got yourself in this mess. You can sit on someone's tailgate, but you can't break no one's window. That'd be bad.
Well, thank goodness there was that angel on your shoulder telling you don't do that.
I know. I remember having that thought though, because I was so cold at the time, right? Like, anyways, okay, Bradford, that's my story. Do we have any time for Type the Topic now? Probably left no time. Sorry.
There is no time for Type the Topic, but I haven't seen anybody post any questions for Type the Topic. But I don't know that we actually got our banner up like we said we were going to do either. Shame on us. But you mentioned that you're going down to NFR. And
going to Ocala tomorrow. Go clinic this weekend, and then you fly back Monday morning.
Yeah, there may be some stuff to that we can bring video-wise back to the show on Monday.
Yeah, I'd love to meet Kona somewhere in Fort Worth or in Arlington and stuff like that. So,
well, if all else, go to one of our great sponsors, Kimes Ranch. Go to their storefront. Go interview whoever's in there and let them know we thank them so much for it. So
it'd be nicer to see the FR live than watching on TV at the tap room.
Right on.
Okay, Kona, bring some music.
Bring some music in, Kona. Thank you, everybody, for watching tonight. Thank you for being attentive. And I'm sure many of you were laughing right along with us. It's been a fun night. Tim has been wanting to share his side of the story because we heard one side from Charles, and we got to hear the full backstory before he ever got in the Jeep, which was kind of interesting. I had not heard that part yet. So, Tim, thanks for opening up your life to us.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I appreciate it. Anniversary tomorrow night.
Anniversary tomorrow night. Yeah, thank goodness for Uber now. Yeah, see, if you'd had your iPhone, you could have Ubered.
I know, all day long. Well, at least I could pin myself so someone could find me.
Right. Yeah, this is where I am. Those are the good parts about the iPhone. All right, everybody, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Excuse me. Stay tuned for what we have for Monday. Got a couple exciting weeks coming up. We've got the World Cup a couple nights coming up. And we also have AQHA night post-World show with Gina Spagnola is putting together a group of people for us. Hopefully, we're going to have Craig Huffines with us and some other folks as well. So that should be a good show for us. I think a week from Monday. So stay tuned.
Thanks for your support.
Thanks for your story, Tim. Y'all have a safe weekend. If you're Christmas partying, party responsibly. Don't get in any yellow Jeeps.
Right. I agree.
Peace out, everybody. Have a great night. Thanks for watching.